Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin Television. This is episode 273. Only 22 episodes to go before 300 episodes. Woohoo! Looking good for King Dolphin TV. All right, I am Raymond. I am author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy of books and ruler of the greatest pod in YouTube. Welcome one, welcome all. And tonight we are only 3 days away from, you see it, PODCON. Coming to you live from Gettysburg. And so I'm looking forward to it. And I know the other great minds of the pod are looking forward to it. It's going to be a great freaking time. I cannot wait. And I've already got word that Linrod is loaded up and ready to go. And he's ready for his road trip. And so everything is looking good. Schedule glitches were come on, Stream Elements. Snort, you know what to do. So the schedule glitches have been taken care of. I think I neglected, though, to send to you the Legatus. I will send to you right after the show. Yawn. What's up with Yawn? What? What's up with Yawn? So, yes. All right, there it is. Stream Elements is getting on the ball. All right, there it goes. All right, there you go. Okay. So, like I said, PODCON is ready to go. We've got the schedule glitches taken care of. And actually, if you go onto the community page, it's laid out and all set to go as to what the festivities are going to be at PODCON. And I'm looking forward to it, as I've said numerous and sundry times. It's going to be an interesting show tonight. The producer has an appointment to do at 6 o'clock, so it's just me and Trike on our own here, and I can hear him clicking in the background. So I got to keep an eye on that big guy. All right. Tonight we're going to do another Fantastic Four review. Another Fantastic Four review, covering the FF from the very beginning to who knows when. Yeah. Oh no, the Dolphin is unsupervised. Yes. And we will be using the all right. Yes, the Dolphin is time. Yes, it is time for mischief. Yes. All right. So we're going to go through another issue of the Fantastic Four, and we take those off of 44 years of the Fantastic Four, a DVD set I got a long time ago. and they provide all the issues from issue 1 to sometime in the future. Hello, Emu with the gun. Yeah, I'll be going through the intros in a moment. But yeah. Oh, wow. I know you're a shooter, so. Okay. So, and he says, I have that. I have the DVD. Yep. It's a good DVD. All right. So, we'll be doing that tonight. And if time permits, we may do annual number 1, but I looked at it. It's a big issue and a lot of stuff in it. So I don't know if we will have time to do that one. So unless the audience says so, as long as we have the time, I will bow to the audience. Okay, so my usual thing is, if you like what we're doing here, if you love the interviews, if you love the mania, if you love the madness, please like and subscribe and set up your notification. That way you get the streams, because you know how YouTube can be. And also, if you are so inclined and want to help out the channel and avoid a big white polar bear or any of his cohorts from invading your house, please I pinned the tip jar, the tip stream, so you can put some buckets and ducats in the bucket and help out King Dolphin TV. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate it. Okay, let us welcome those that are here. Yeah, I know. I looked at it today and said, I don't think we could fit it in there. We may have to do a double part. What do you think, Legatus? All right. So let me welcome who is here right now. We got Emu with a gun, who is probably Shooter 8323. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy it tonight. And we've got my amazing wrenches. Again, I am handling things myself, so who knows what's going to happen, especially with Trike in the background. But we've got the first one in, the last one out, the troublemaker, Legata's Legion Eye. Welcome, my friend. And then we have got the hardest, the baddest, the most dangerous bear on YouTube. Snorter Poopa says, hail the trike. Yes, and the bad thing is, he is so stealthy, I don't know where he's going to be at. So, we'll see. But now, Snorter Poopa! Cooper! Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Welcome to the show. 3 days till PODCON, and yes, you will see me there. Snort did delegate me. I am there. All right, so let's get fantastic. Take it easy, buddy. All right. So let us begin. Legata says, Treble, I don't see Fett. No, he's probably working or getting ready for Pop Culture Breakdown. Is Raymond saying it's time for some mischief? Oh no, the dolphin is unsupervised. Author. And of course, hey, with the pod always talking about food and you don't want to share the food market, if it's healthy food's okay, but we can't let that slide. But if it's pastry dishes and desserts, yeah. A bunch of peeps meeting in a tavern. I don't think this is a tavern. This is a social food market. I think it's going to be good. All right. So let us begin. Let's bring it up. All right. This is Fantastic Four issue number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. All right. So here we go. What happens to comic magazine heroes when they can't pay their bills and have no place to turn? Don't miss the newest and most original tale of all, the end of the Fantastic Four. I don't think that's going to happen, but we shall see. Oh, well, this is a splash cover. We've got the Submariner out there just looking gloatish. Fantastic Four gets evicted from the building with floors on rent, and the crowd as usual saying, "Get out of here, you bums! Get out of here!" And of course, the things complaining about the fact they were heroes one day and bums the next. All right. Okay, and of course, you too can look like Ben Grimm even without the muscles. Skinny or fat, 15, 20, 30, or 40 years on ages. Of course, they don't mention 50 or 60. That's humiliating. How you can gain 50 pounds of mighty muscles. So, okay. So one of the things, well, everybody here knows, one of the things we discuss in the, when we go through the books is we show since they are scanned comics, we show the ads and talk about the ads. So I think that's the fun part of this. Okay. So, Namor is he's at his palace looking, and if you look at the splash, you see he's got a picture of Susan Storm. Not creepy at all, is it? And he's watching to TV from the surface world. And he hears that the Fantastic Four are bankrupt. They're going to dissolve their partnership and sell all their possessions to pay their debts. You know, a world famous team like that seems to be a trope throughout their career. Even though I'm sure Reed is he's got money out the wazoo because of all his patents and stuff like that, but they always seem to have money problems. They need to get a better financial advisor. So Namor is seeing that they're about to split up, and he is obviously coming up with a plan. He's saying, "Oh, they're penniless. This may be the opportunity." Okay. So, they're at the FF is at their headquarters, and there are all the people they owe. Reed is saying they got a lot of equipment they got to sell, and and they're the people, the deadees are saying that the FF will be coming after the FF. So yeah, the supervillains are the easy part of the battle of the team. Finances seem the finances seem to be the issues, and evidently the stock market crashed, and the FF are broke. And then they're talking about other ways they can cash in with their powers. And Reed does not want them to be a free show. He says the only way they can do it is through crime, in which he doesn't want to do that. So now, of course, Ben is saying, "Yeah, right." Now he's saying the only way they could do it is if the FF disbands, sell the skyscraper along with their equipment, and they're looking to tear up the Pogo plane. And Ben gets a little irritated with it and starts throwing guys out. And of course, Ben is pissed because he probably designed the ship, and he's saying, it's not good for them to sell the Pogo plane after all the work. So Ben is upset as usual, and Sue is mad about the inventions going, and Ben is saying that you're a lousy manager, and a lousy manager, and he had to invest in the stock market. Doesn't that sound familiar? And Reed is actually saying, easy, you can ride a man just so far and he'll break. Oh, Reed's getting testy. So he goes out. And he asks for a taxi, and the taxi guy refuses because they're broke. So he decides to take it out on the taxi driver. And he has the taxi guy hanging out, and then he shoots his flare, and Johnny comes with the flying bathtub, and he takes Ben to Alicia's house, and he explains the story. So, and then she talks sweet nothings to him, and Ben is liking it. Rita's saying he'd like to be those superheroes in the comic. In the comic magazines, they don't have to worry about money, and life's easy. And Sue is really upset. And Johnny's saying, there's gotta be a way. And then they get a letter, an offer from XM Studios of $1 million in cash if they'll star in a movie. And Sue is originally going to be an actress, so But this sounds like it's too good to be true. And then Ben comes back and they say he gets back and joins back the team, says he's helping out. So they're going to Hollywood. And so they're going to go to Hollywood, make this picture, but they have a problem. How do they get to Hollywood? And they start hitching. And now we're at our first commercial. All right. Before I go on, hello, and Thoth. Hi, Lord Thoth. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Good to see you. Okay. Legatus is already. You gotta send me the link. You gotta send me the link so that I can figure out these inflationary issues. Hail, Trike. Legatus says 1 million in 1963 equals 10.2 million in 2024. Yeah. Let's see. Legatus says, hey, if Peter Parker for most of his life had financial troubles, this is not unrealistic. Richards, great in inventing, bad at investing, marketing his products. Yeah. Probably a lot. From what I understand, he got a lot of his patents. He got patents, but then people started paying him not to put those out to market. So, get rid of the competition. Long live the Legion, hail the FF. Yes, Lord Thought. And not everyone can be born with a silver batarang in their mouth. Yep. Okay, we did the. All right. Hitching a ride. What happened to the bathtub or the pogo plane? Well, as you saw, they were taking apart the pogo plane. It was already sold, so they don't have that. And I don't think the bathtub has enough. I don't think the bathtub has that range. Oh, okay. Okay, so Google can do it. All right. I like that one. Hey, Tim. Hello, Tim of the FKHC species. Welcome. Welcome to the review. And while we're doing the commercial, I'm going to see if I can set up a poll. About chat. Actions, participants. Okay. Nope. I want to do a poll this time. But I got to find out how. Any of you peoples? Okay, there it is. What? Start a poll. All right. Okay, there's the poll. What do you think of Fantastic Four number 9? Number 9. You got A, B, C, D, or forget about it. So, all right, let us continue. Hello, Comic Relief Crusader. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you are doing well. All right. Okay, let us continue. Oh, yeah. Big money in women's shoes. Yeah. Yeah. Be a shoe salesman like Al Bundy. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the commercial. Um, so this shows how the Human Torch can fly. He explains it as the flame affects the flame affects his body so that he becomes lighter than air, so he can be able to rise and soar. So he makes sure that he avoids rain. He's been able to figure maneuverability through what Reed designed for him, and so he's observant. Plus, he's got the ability to make a sonic boom. He the weakness is he only has a limited. He's still learning his powers, so he still has limited amount of time. So he flies for a limited. His power will fade out after a little bit, after a significant amount of time. Obviously in the future, it worked. He can do it a lot longer. But for right now, he's still learning it. Then there's your shoes. Buy shoes, sell shoes. Be Al Bundy. All right, they're in Ohio. Ohio. Yeah, they are in Hollywood. After a few days, they go to SM Studios. You could take that in so many ways, but you could take that in so many ways that are not necessarily in YouTube friendly. So, wow, you've got James Arness, you got the other Kitty from Gunsmoke, you've got Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know about the other guy. You've got Crosby and Hope, and then Reed is saying, Reed is saying, I'm glad we're incognito. Thing meeting Jackie Gleason. That's awesome. Well, that must be Art Carney, a young Art Carney. And they get to the boss's office, and of course Ben is going wooba dooba, and then they go in. Wow, what an office! What an office! So, and then Reed is going to tap to get the attention, and then he turns around, and it is the Submariner. Dun, dun, dun. And is anybody really surprised? Could you imagine the treasures under the sea that he has access to? It's not very surprising that he can get a studio and offer him $1 million. Okay. And there he explains it. He can go into the underwater and get all the treasures that of the sea. He's going to sunken ships, carrying with all the cargo, and they have seen the buried treasure. His ancestors have the buried treasure, so they know where everything is. So he bought the studio, and he's giving them part payment of the $1 million. Reed is kind of skeptical, but he knows they don't have the position to fight about it. Sue is, of course, swooning. Ben is skeptical, and Johnny is just being Johnny. So, of course, the money starts going into some of their heads. So he gets a Johnny, Mr. Shallow, gets a sports car. And he goes, he shows off, of course. And then, of course, Ben is at a beach, and of course, some jokers are. The muscle guys are exercising, so Ben says, "I can do better. You like lifting weights?" And he dumps them in the water. And of course, Namor is flirting with Sue, taking her out to dinner, and Sue is starting to swoon for Namor. And she's trying to find out the information. And he's saying he will let them know after the movie is filmed. So they get to the schooner, or there's a schooner, and they are at the Mediterranean. They visit Hidden Isle. And Namor is saying, we're going to do the first scenes of this picture, and it's going to be starring Mr. Fantastic. And he's saying, what's about my script? That sounds familiar. People in Hollywood today going, where's the script? Where's the script? And Namor is saying, nah, you battle this robot. You battle this Cyclops, and they're going to photograph from the ship. And Reed goes over and is looking, and he's thinking it's going to be a fake one. And he's saying that, and Namor's saying, it is the real Cyclops. And so Namor is gloating, and next thing you know, he sees Cyclops. So there, Reed is facing a menace. And now here's the old air conditioning plan, where you too can learn air conditioning. You know, they mean these comics for kids, and they try and get the adults to get these trades. Nice. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the. All right. Let's go to the chat. Hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. Hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. I am glad you're here. And welcome. Okay. Dean Martin is one of the people. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. I am wondering. Let's see. Let's go back. I don't see Dean unless he's the one by unless he's the one by unless he's the one by Jackie Gleason. But FK Tim says Dean Martin is one of the people in SM at SM. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see. Let's go. Doing page 2 of my next test. You got to reach out to Hungry Boy because we still got to. He hasn't responded to my proposal comic, and so do a poll. Move to Poland. All right. Trike also has the ability to make a Sonic. No, I'm not saying it. That one I said in the comic, so that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Charles Bronson has the eye patch. Well, we must see. We must see. I guess. Charles Bronson has the eye patch. The Submariner in a suit. That's just wrong somehow. Could be worse. He could be Aztec or something. I'm glad I didn't watch that. I have no desire to see him being an Aztec. And hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. Welcome, and I hope you're going to enjoy yourself here. Legata says, flame on! Hail, Anti-Derivative Jill. If he's the one by Jackie Gleason, I guess. Emu with a gun says, what do you do when you get money to pay your bills? Spend it on a sports car instead. Yeah, I know what you mean. That sports car isn't as sexy as Cypress. Yeah. But now I've got the competition with her. Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me okay? I'm here. Okay. How long was I out? Okay. Everybody can hear me. How much of my monologue did you miss? Blessed are the cheesemakers. Let me raise my volume. Okay, clear as a screen door. Okay. All right, so we are up and running. Just hope not a lot of my monologue was gone. Let's see what the poll is saying. Okay. A is 25%, B is 50%, C is 12%, and forget about it is 12%. Okay. All right. Okay, good. And as long as we don't hear, you know what, we are fine. Yep. Hello, Phantom Outsider, the rascally one, the mighty one. How you doing, buddy? Okay. All right. So, Namor flexing his vast wealth for the first time. Hail, check. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay, let us go back. All right. So, Okay, there is Cyclops. Dun dun dun. And Reed just realized he's in a trap. And evidently Namor told Cyclops to hold him prisoner. But Cyclops says, I don't want prisoners. So he smashes Mr. Fantastic with a rock. But he comes out squished, squished, but okay. And then Cyclops tries again, telling him there's no escape. And Reed is over there turning himself into a slingshot. And then yes, Strike, I hear you. And the rock heads over back to Cyclops. And Cyclops is bragging that he's the strongest one ever. And Reed trips him up. And he falls into a pit. And Reed is got to try and find a way to get back to Hollywood. So now, boy, Namor can take people all over the world just for his evil plans. So Namor and Johnny are over an African jungle. He starts he's going to fight with the natives in the village. And Johnny's getting ready to jump. And there are the natives. And Johnny also asks, "Where's the script?" And then they are and then they ambush him. And Namor says these people have a potion. They are immune to fire. And so Namor heads out. And here are the 1,000 wines you can get free for a list for 69 cents. And there's the Bike Bonanza of Big Buy. BB. Hello, Pudgy Hedgehog of Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. And I'm sure Cobalt is in the background. No, that is Trike. That is Trike barking. He has got a very, very deep woof. Let's see. I thought Cyclops was an X-Men. The Cyclops has his one good eye on him. I want laser beams out of Cyclops' eye. The good old days where workplace health and safety wasn't a thing. Yep. Snort is trying to talk to Trike. Pudgy waves. Hello, Pudgy. All right. And we get a hug. We all get a Pudgy hug. The natives are getting restless. 1,001 things you can get for free. The 60s were the time to be alive. Yep. All right. So chat is caught up with me. Jill is welcoming Pudgy and Phantom Outsider. All right. So we continue. So Namor's got the torch involved. Oh, what a title. The Flame of Battle. And he is confused that they're not scared of him. So Johnny takes flight and he thinks, oh, this is the tribe that is immune to fire. And And he's saying, why wasn't I warned? Why isn't he filming this? And the chief says, follow him from the ground. Namor says that his flame dies sooner or later, and he'll be our prisoner. And so he wanted to get trapped. So now they are Johnny's imprisoned, and they show him the magic potion. Of course they do. They're going to show their weakness or their strength, and they're showing off with the flame, the swallowing, yeah. And then Johnny says, he's gonna fight back. And nitro flame? What the heck is nitro flame? And then he does the multiple flame. He does all the multiple flamos, where he's got a bunch of flaming images. And then Johnny flies away. And they're ready to wait till the flame dies. Let's see. And then Johnny blasts a volcano. The volcano explodes and explodes, pours lava burns their portion, destroys their potions. So Johnny starts heading back to Hollywood. And then now we have Namor and Ben. And saying that the camera crews on they're going to have a fight scene on the Holiday Beach. And they get into a fight. And they're starting to get a brawl, but then Ben knocks him into the water, and he comes out, and he starts stomping on Ben, and Ben is knocked into the sand. But of course, he's not beaten yet. Namor says, "You're not beaten," and then Ben is wondering about Namor's strength. Why isn't he getting tired? And then he realizes that he gets his strength from the water. So this could be the end of Ben Grimm. Okay, and now you too can sell grit. I've never been able to figure out what the heck was Grit doing. Was it just the way that people can get newspapers and people can try and get a profit? And then, $9,985.50 for this coin. And there are coins that you can get. Gold coins before 1929, $10,000. Wow. Nickels between 1945, $6,000. Go get them, coin collectors. All right, let's see here. Phantom Outsider says, isn't it amazing Namor's encyclopedic knowledge of where to find mythical beings and fire-immune creatures? Why didn't Namor score some of that potion for himself? Eliminate one of his two weaknesses. One is lack of fire and water. The other, poor writing. Oh, dear, dear. You're calling Stan Lee a poor writer? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, Joe, what are we having for dinner? Let's see. See, they might be immune to fire, but not likely nova heat. Hard to be immune to the heat of the sun. True. $1 in 1964 is $10.16 in today money. Oh, okay. Ooh, kung pao beef and rice. Ooh, num 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 num. That sounds delicious. We had chicken and rice today. Yes, and salad. Got to be healthy. All right. Okay. All right. Remember, Stanley invented everything, and that includes poor, inconsistent writing. Yeah. All right, let's check the poll. Okay, right now it's still 25 saying A, 50% B. We got 11% at C, and 22% say forget about it. I hope I spelled forget about it right. I'm sure someone will tell me. Snortopopus, get the bear van. Let's go. We are off to Texas. All right. Okay, and back we go. Okay, we found out how to get grit, even though I don't know what the heck grit was. Look at us. Can you look up what the heck grit was besides gnashing your teeth? Oh, and there's the long commercial. A long commercial. The Fantastic Four fan page. Dear editor, I want to know how the Human Torch can see through the flames in his eye. And they say, the same way you could see underwater when you're swimming if you open your eyes in the water. The Torch's eyes are as accustomed to seeing through flames as you are to seeing through water. Okay. Someone wants to start a Fantastic Four fan club. Okay. And next issue will be a picture of Sue Storm. Ooba dooba. Okay, and then you can get stamps, shop by mail, and all sorts of other cool stuff on here. A free 5x7 portrait enlargement. Oh, hypnotize yourself or others. You can hypnotize yourself to Lonnie Claire's. Wow. All right. So, and they're still fighting, and Ben is dragging Namor out onto shore, and he's still fighting. And next thing you know, a convenient thunderstorm darkens the heaven, and the thing gets zapped by a bolt of lightning. And Namor is confused as why the thing is still standing. And then Namor is astonished, but then he starts turning back to Ben Grimm. Next thing you know, Ben has changed back to his human form, And Namor really clobbers the Thing. And I'm surprised that if Namor was hitting him with all his strength, he probably could have taken Ben's head off and killed him. So Namor goes away. And now he's back at the studio saying he has triumphed over the Fantastic Four. Time to gloat and say to his girlfriend, yeah, I won. I'm the best. And then he wants Sue to be his girlfriend. I mean his bride. And she's saying, she's saying she might have answered differently. Now she turns invisible. And he tries to get her. And now he's going to defeat her. And he uses electricity from the eel. How he has that power, I don't know. So he's got electric eel ability, and she uses the carpet to protect herself. And he uses radar from the cave fish from the lowest depth. So he conveniently has radar. And it detects, and they give a little scientific explanation that there is Sue invisible, and then Namor uses the radar as a white against black. So he traps Sue. She is still struggling. He wants her as his bride, and then the others come in, and Reed they all want to clobber him. And then they're all set to gang up on him. And Sue's saying, no, don't gang up on him. And then, of course, we've got a contract. He got a contract. He was going to produce the movie. He goes back into the water, and he goes back into the water. And then, of course, the Fantastic Four movie is produced, and they have their money again, so they can continue being the Fantastic Four. And there is the end of the story. Finally, you've got Mike Marvel. For $1.98, you can look like him. Yeah, right. With no weights, no barbells, no exercise at all. Yeah, right. And then you can get some Christmas cards and sell those. And then finally, you can learn radio, television, electronics by practicing at home. So they can, and of course, finally, you can draw. He's looking for people who like to draw. His name is Albert Thorne. He can help you to draw. All right. So that is Fantastic Four number 9. Number 9. number 9. And there is Sandra. Okay, let's see. Comic Relief Crusader says, did anybody ever get grit? I don't know. Phantom Outsider says, I made shake and bake pork chops, center cut, but they're all gone now. Take care, Emu. Take care, Emu. Enjoy your time at work. Catch you on the flip side. Is that how all girlfriends got their boyfriends to propose? By using hypnotism? All right. Never sold nor got grit, or the seeds, but I did send to get things free, and that was a redirect to the government publishing office, where for a self-addressed stamp envelope, you could get a catalog. Okay. All of government information, then they'd send you a request in the same. Pueblo, Colorado still exists. If Namor can, if he has you, Namor can, if he wants, use any thief-like abilities. He's never done the squid ink attack or the stingray bite. Oh well, yeah. Yes, Namor keeps his word and gives him a big payout. Yep. And let's see. And hello, Sandra. How you doing? Hope your appointment went well. Frank and I held the fort as well as we could be expected. He did woof. Ooh, I like it. I like it. She got a haircut, and it looks good. Let's see. Hello, Maddie's daddy, who says, I'm at work, but definitely will watch this one later. Thank you very much, Maddie's daddy. You take care. All right. And kisses to you, honey. All right. Was this the FF movie from the 70s? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Hey, John. How you doing, buddy? It's been a long day. Yeah. Let's see. That was released in 1994. Yeah. Snort is saying, he's been a good dolphin. Give him a nice fishy. The government publishing office is now online. They actually used to do TV commercials for it in the 70s. All right. Okay. All right. So, what we could do, the poll. I need to make sure you voted in the poll because I'm going to close it out. Let's see. Okay, we've got 30% said A, 40% said B, 10% said C, and 20% said forget about it. So it looks like 70% of you guys liked it, and 20% said meh. So, all right. So we're going to end that poll and go back to the chat. Let's see. Jill's not paying close attention to the chat. And Phantom Outsider says, the one released in 94 was done in the early 90s by Roger Corman. Okay. All right. Now, we have about 45 minutes. We've got about 45 minutes, or we can go a little crazy tonight. But does anybody want me to do Fantastic Four Annual #1? I have the feeling if we do it, we're probably not going to get through it all tonight, but we can continue it on next week. But I want to do I want to do it good. So whatever the chat wants, I will do. So please, if you want me to do for the next 45 minutes, Fantastic Four Annual 1, let me know. Man, allergies. See, either allergies or this caterpillar on my neck, on my lip. Okay, guys, what is the plan? Okay, John says yes. I think I'm going to get a yes from Legatus, but I'm not sure. Legatus wants an encore. Snort says yes. All right. Anybody else? Any nays? If no nays, we will give me a moment. Okay, Comic Relief says sure. All right. And one more yes vote. Let me get a poll set up. Okay. All right. Okay. 2 questions. We've got the 2 questions on the poll are I loved it or clobber it. So give me a second. I need to go and pull it up. And now, again, you see the backdrop. You know where we're going, and you know where we're gonna be streaming from on Saturday afternoon. PodCon. Beware. Be careful. PodCon. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the way I do it, we may or may not. Okay, let us get going. All right. 72 big pages. The first of the annuals. Issue #1. The Undersea Legions of the Submariner. At last, the Submariner finds his long-lost race, and so begins the most fantastic battle of all time. And, we may have Spider-Man. Also, the origin of the Fantastic Four. Only 9 issues back. And the Rogues Gallery. All right, and there's the drawing guy, Albert Dorn. He's going to help you to become a magnificent artist. And there, Submariner versus the human race. The longest uninterrupted super epic of its kind ever published. Ooh, we may not get We may not get commercials this time. It was written by Stan Lee, drawn by Jack Kirby, inking by Dick Ayers, and lettering by Art Sinek. And there's the part. Let the party begin. So there's Namor getting coronated. And now we see the origin of Namor. It means avenging son. And it looks like he's going to wage war on the human race. And the lady there says, "Oh, hail, the great Neptune sent us." And everybody is just relishing over him. I love the art on this. All the cool creatures, all the neat backdrops. It's just fantastic. And they're all wanting to worship Namor. However, all is not happy. You've got Lady Dorma, who is glad that hold on. Huh? Oh. Hold on. Gumby has hit my brain again. All right, let's go back. All right. Oops. Gumby has hit my brain again. Okay, there is the splash page. Namor riding on 2 sea tortoises. A bunch of people swimming. Here's what I was telling you, where he is. There's avenging son, going to make the human race pay, blah, blah. And there's the sea creatures. And there is the lovely Lady Dorma. And she's saying Namor is back. And of course, Krang is a warlord and says that Dorma was supposed to be his wife. And Namor, she's saying, "You can't hold me to that vow." And they meet, and I'm back. And now he starts planning moves against the human race. And she's wanting him to stay. People they're thinking Namor's going to lead him to victory, and Krang is now jealous. And now we go to the Fantastic Four, and Johnny is playing a prank. Sue's reading a magazine, and Johnny is, and he's trying to heat up Ben as he's writing a love letter to the Yancey Street gang. And then he's still thinking of ideas to harass the Yancey Street gang. Surprised Ben could feel all that heat. A sauna when he's got all those rocks on him. And then he got a hot seat, hot for it. And then Ben is chasing Johnny for the umpteenth time. And then Ben is ready to break a door down. He rips the door apart, and they're having horseplay. This is before Sue had her force field, so obviously she could have stopped it that way. And Sue is chasing him down, and then he brings out a fire extinguisher, a fire hose, and Johnny's saying, "If the submariner couldn't lick me with an ocean, what are you gonna do?" And he melts the hose with fireballs, and next thing you know, Johnny is caught in a net, and it was asbestos netting, which nowadays is not safe anymore. So and then Reed wraps up Ben, and Sue realizes her dresses are all ruined. She is not a happy camper, and she's really angry at all three of them, calling them beasts. Okay, and Rita's saying, "Let's have a vacation." They've been working hard, and they're saying, "Let's have a vacation." And Johnny or Sue thinks it's a great idea. Okay, he's thinking he's going to look at a sea monster, a couple sea monsters that are out, and both the Navy and the Air Force. Ben is skeptical. He says after a long tour of duty, a pollywog could look like a platypus to these guys, and but Reed wants to check into it, and they can do a cruise. And Alicia says, "Yeah, let's go." So Ben takes Alicia there on a cruise on the Holiday. And they've got free passage. The captain gave him free passage, thinking that the Fantastic Four would make it a sellout. Probably Ben said this. "Some come down for the great Fantastic Four. Shells for a bunch of moth-eaten turds. Nuts." So they are. Alicia and Ben are enjoying themselves. There's Reed and Sue at the swimming pool. And so Johnny decides to go looking for company. And then all of a sudden he sees the creatures, a sea serpent. So they see the creature. Ben sends Alicia to the cabin, and then they go on a boat. They should have rowboats. Come on, they should have motors. So he goes. So he sees a archer fish, and there is a gas bubble that knocks him out, and he goes into the water. And the team sees him, and Reed gets caught by a seashell. She sells seashells by the she sells seashells by the. I forgot the rest of that line. Come on, someone remind me. And then a squid traps the other two. And then they go down. They go undersea. And then there's Namor and two aides watching this. And then they take him to a dome that, and then they see Namor with a crown on his head. And they figured, Reed already figured it was him. Okay. And Ben is saying, oh, it'll be Namor the last. Okay. And he's protecting Sue. And she's saying, nope, I'm with the Fantastic Four. So that creature was a telefish, a living spy. They were receiving antenna, and then he projected the image of the Fantastic Four. So Ben is already seeing Namor or Alicia in trouble, and he's ready to tear him apart. And he's forcing the cruise ship to go back to shore. And then Namor is giving the Fantastic Four a message to tell the surface race. And he's saying that the seas and the skies above him are his domain, and no ship or aircraft can trespass. So he's going to send the Fantastic Four up. So it takes them back to the surface. And it goes actually all the way into space and re-enters back to Earth. And I think on that note, I will check what the chat's saying. All right. Let me clear. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to all of them. The odd thing is his mom, Princess Finn, wanted him to wage war on the Atlanteans, who murdered his human dad. Nice crown and cape he has, but no scepter. Yeah. Dorma was supposed to marry Namor, but he went missing for 16 years. She was supposed to marry Krang, so Krang could have been ruler of Atlantis, since there was no royalty after Princess Finn passed. Sometime after Namor went missing. Jill says, I'm sure that door had it coming. Yep. Phantom Outsider says, in the 60s, asbestos was advertised as a miracle mineral and was put in pajamas for children in case of fire to protect them. What about Nomex? In the 30s, asbestos was in movies. Ever see Wizard of Oz? That's no asbestos. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, thank you guys. I can't believe I forgot that. John says she sells seashells down by the Olive Garden. Our friend John Rando with his one track mind. Of course, that's always Good. Food is always good. All right. Chat's caught up. Let us continue. All right. So, and then they get to the Baxter building. How convenient. It's and then they're trying to, and Ben is worried about Alicia, so he sends Ben to talk to Alicia. Reed is still wondering if Namor is always going to be in between the two of them. And Reed talks to the United Nations. He explains to the United Nations about the threat. And Khrushchev does not vote for them. He, a scientist, talks about Homo Mermanus, the man of the sea, and talks about the origins of the sea people who become Atlantis, which kind of goes against the normal mythology because Atlantis was a continent that sunk into the water. And of course, there's Homo Mermanus, and they don't mention. There's a dolphin. Yes, the dolphins know who the right side is. Yes, dolphins. So then Homo Mermanus starts wars, and then they build an undersea civilization. And then they have a legend of Atlantis. Although it was a continent that sunk into sea according to the mythologies, and not a continent that was already there underwater. And then the surface world, had the contact with the Mermanus, and they destroy a part of the city by using death charges. And then the king sends his daughter Finn to investigate, and discovers they find her, and then they start they start learning about her, and a human marries the princess, and the king sends a war party. Mackenzie was killed, and then And then Namor was born. The first human amphibian. And then Reed comes in about after he was rescued by Johnny, and their brawls with the Submariner, and then all of a sudden the scientist was a disguise for Namor, who just declared war on the surface world, and he escapes. Reed couldn't catch him. So all of a sudden, the Atlanteans attack. And wow, those are some cool ships. Those are some really cool ships. Police were captured, and Namor's legions have the city. And they've tried to put the FF out of action, so they trap them under liquid cement, but then Johnny burns through it. Johnny attacks the ships, and they escape. And then Reed starts trying to figure out what's going on, and he's trying to figure out a second action. Reed sends Ben to try and interrogate, or trying to find prisoners to get some information. But Reed doesn't want him to damage their equipment. And Ben just causes a backfire and captures prisoners. Name, rank, and serial number. So Reed figures out that Namor is the only one who can breathe air and water. And he tries to find a way to evaporate the water. Namor is declaring martial law. And the people are saying, okay, where's the Fantastic Four? Where's the army? And there's the army, a full division, getting ready to repel invaders. And he's saying the command and control are saying, no, we don't want to attack. We don't want to harm any of the any of the humans, and an invasion would cause that. And they're trying to find another way, and of course, Reed is the other way. And he's working on the device. It's ready to fall on him, and Reed takes the full brunt. So Reed is out of the action. He's telling them what to do, and as they parade through the city, and Namor is gloating Um, and 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 Namor is talking to Krang about the upcoming plans, and then all of a sudden, the the device works, evaporates the water, and they escape into the water to escape to the water and get away from the evaporator. And Namor figures it out, figures that it's Reed, and he is fighting with Reed, turning him into an accordion, and fighting, fighting with Namor, and Namor is turning him into a punching bag. And Ben and Sue get there, and they get into their brawl. And Johnny is over there using his flame. And then Ben or Namor uses gas, which knocks the three men out as he kidnaps Sue yet again. All right, let's stop there and go to the chat. Okay. Oh. Hey, Gary, Ambrosia. Hello, sir. Hope you are enjoying this review and the story of the FF Annual. Okay. Let's see. She smells seashells down by the sea house. The scientists got it wrong. Atlanteans were not prehistoric. When Atlantis sank, they adapted by their more advanced science to be water breathers. John says, yay, dolphin. Yeah, and big old squealy. Squiddly diddly. When a sea captain and an Atlantean princess love each other very much, 9 months later, an undersea stork brings Namor. And hello, Gary Ambrosia. How are you, sir? Okay. Got a kick out of the old phone video the other day. Glad the mold survived. Okay. I gotta check this out. Terrifying, huh? Since you're doing Romancing the Stone tonight, Zach Norman died some time ago. I was hoping you'd make a backup mold. And Sandra says, hey, hello, I enjoyed your latest video. Okay. Hey, Alessandra, glad you liked it. Got a Star Trek video coming out on Sunday. Yes. Hey, Gary, don't forget, PodCon. Make sure you pop on by. He's lucky Reed didn't decide to use microwaves to boil the water. Atlantean Thermidor is supposedly very tasty. Oh. Okay. All right. I wonder what mold you're talking about, Gary. I'm sure John will tell me on Saturday. Okay. Righty. Chat's caught up. Let's continue. I think we're only going to do the. Oh, I forgot to check the poll. Oh, wow. 75% of you loved it. The other 25 want to clobber. All right. Good to see. All right. Let's get back into it. Okay. So Johnny goes after Sue to see, and and now he's using a probing device made out of flame. Like that's gonna work. And then they take a submarine, which they're able to breathe in, but as well as Sue, and of course there's Dorma, schmoozing on Namor, and Namor is saying the Fantastic Four is going to be coming. So Namor is going to go up to fight Johnny. And then Sprocket Fish with gummy substances that will gummy that will smother the flame. And they try to catch Johnny avoids, and he strikes an undersea volcano that builds pressure and knocks Namor out, or Namor away. And then some sort of vacuum fish is going after Johnny. And it sucks up Johnny. It would suck up Johnny, except there's Reed. And Reed created a U-car, an undersea vehicle. And the creature is knocked out by Ben. They're in a foreign environment, and he's ready to fight Namor. And they fight. They fight the three of them fight Namor, and he takes Reed and turns him into a candle snuffer, but Reed continues to fight. And then hammerhead sharks decide to converge on the vehicle. And they strike the vehicle, and Namor is getting ready to finish them off. And now Dorma realizes that Namor is in love with Sue and is ready to take on Sue. And then the summer, you could see the insanity in her face, Dorma, or the jealousy. And Sue is they're flooding the chamber. Sue could drown, and she goes into the escape hatch, and now she's heading to try to reach the surface. And they're still fighting. they're still fighting, and then they go underwater and they see Sue. And Namor takes Sue up, and they see Sue. She's probably got a lot of water in her, and then he goes down to the command craft, and he sees the broken porthole. And he's saying that they say that Sue is dying. He wants to get her to a hospital, and Krang and Dorma are angry at him. He goes to the command ship. They take Sue to the hospital, and the rest of the team gets there, and then they see Sue. And Reed, Sue says she wants to make up to Reed, and the others leave, and they're all angry at Namor, and he heads out to find a deserted city. And then he is all alone in the big city. All right, so that is the end of the story. We're going to go really quick into, I'm going to check the chat, and then we'll go really quick into some of the other stuff. We're not going to do the Spider-Man one. We're not going to do the Spider-Man one. We're going to go into, I'll just show you some of the cool, let's see. John Rendell says, check out Gary's latest video. The answer's there. Scary good. Namor got some quick and effeminate eyebrows going on. Take care, Gary. Have a good night. Hope to see you on PodCon. All right. And Sue sells seashells bound by the Sea Shack. The Love Shack. All right. Let's see what cool things are here, and then we're going to wrap it up. Some of the bad guys, the Mole Man, the Skrulls, the Miracle Man, of course, Namor, and then questions and answers about the Fantastic Four, about Reed's powers, Johnny questions. This is interesting. Why is Mr. Fantastic's hair white at the temples? Is he older than he looks? And the answer is no. It turned white during the Second World War when he aided Allied prisoners to escape from the Nazis. Oh. Okay. That's some good ones. Let's see. Let's see. Can Sue make any part of her body invisible while the rest of her body remains visible? Yes, by mental control. Favorite hobbies: fashions, cooking, cosmetics, and reading romantic novels. Reed Richards' hobbies are science, inventing, crime detection. Ben Grimm. Is he really as bad-tempered as he sounds? For all we can say is, if you look like the thing, what kind of disposition would you think you'd have? His hobbies: weightlifting, reading adventure stories, wisecracking. Favorite hobbies: sports cars, jazz records, and girls. No, not necessarily in that order. Okay, so those are questions and answers. All right. And there's the picture of the Baxter building. And I think at that point, this is probably, we should wrap it up for tonight, since we are running short on time. All right. Sandra says, be sure to do a pod rate at Pop Culture Breakdown. And there's the link. Namor had both Spock ears and eyebrows before Spock was even created. I wonder if he was the inspiration. Sue's hairdo. Funny about Reed's hair, it's like Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos. And I thought one of Johnny's hobbies was to annoy Ben Grimm. Hello. All right. Well, like I said, we are. It took a little bit of time, so we shall go right to show notes.
Show notes with Mr. Ray. Show notes with Sandra Mr. Raymond, push the button.
All right. Show notes. I think this is going to be a short one because we all know what's going to happen this Saturday. Just Cuz in Gettysburg for PODCON. You've got the schedule. You can find it on the community page. You see it here. You can also go. Let me get it. Get it? Watch. Legatus is going to beat me. Let's see. Yep, there it is. All right. All right, and there it is. There's the link for the information that you need for the event. And after it, between 7 and 8 will be the jam. All right, so okay, that is that. I don't beat up on dolphins. All right, and Snortapoopa says, copyrighted, of course. Take care of every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and Pacific geoduck. Pacific geoduck. Okay. That is an interesting one. All right. Okay, so once again, there's the site, and right under it on their page is information on the on the at the same page. So you've got various locations to find it. John Randall says, great show. See you all Saturday at PodCon. Jam is a strawberry jam. Snorta Poopa says, I'll be watching from the remote viewing site at Bear Cave Alpha. All right. And Tim is already thinking ahead. If there is a PodCon 2025, Leesburg, Virginia. Ooh, that might be an interesting location. All right, we will consider that. But in the meantime, Gettysburg is not that far from Leesburg if you want to pop on up. Tim. All right. That is show notes.
Show notes with Mr. Ray. Show notes with Sandra Mr. Raymond, push the button.
Okay, just gotta type something real quick. All right. I just sent something to FKHC. All right, that was show notes. Let me start thanking everybody that was here. We had Tim, FKHC 2005. We had the wonderful Gary Ambrosia here. We had the fantastic Lord Thorpe. Avon lives, long live the Legion, and hail the FF. We had Maddie's daddy here. Phantom Outsider. Emu with a gun, or else Shooter 8323. And that was our chat guests. PodCon 2026, North Pole. I don't know. That might be an interesting one. All right. And now the amazing wrenches that help keep things keep things sane and keep things safe. Our producer Sandra, love you, baby, love the look, and Trike and I kept things from going bananas for the most part. Okay, our co-host John Rendall, Fezman. See you Saturday, buddy. The first one in, the last one out. Look at us, Legion Eye, the troublemaker. Look at us, Legion Eye, the troublemaker. No, Fett wasn't here. He's probably quite involved with Pop Culture Breakdown. So it's probably where he's at. We had the lovely and talented anti-derivative Jill with some really good Chinese food. Send some our way. Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures was here. Good to see ya. Good to see ya here. And see you in Cobalt on Saturday. We had the huge, the big Comic Relief Crusader. Yeah. Please get in touch with Hungry Boy. I gotta talk to him. We gotta figure a way to talk to him. Huge. And finally, last but not least, Baddest Bear on YouTube. Snort pupas. You bar. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Okay, everybody. I know Snort can't make it, but he delegated me as the bad bear this Saturday. So see you at PodCon. I promise not to eat you. See ya. All right. That was so that is everybody. Okay, there goes. All right, that was everybody that was here, both on the chat and on the wrenches. We look. I hope you enjoyed tonight. And oh yeah, poll. I'm closing the poll. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's still 75 loved it, 25 want to clobber it. All right, that is the end of the poll. And Snort says a bad bear. Yeah, he's the baddest bear on YouTube. Okay, so that is tonight's Fantastic Four reviews, and we look forward to bringing more of these. We're in the second year of the Fantastic Four, so we shall see where it goes from here. I wish you all a lovely evening, a safe rest of the week, and we will see you for the epic event known as PodCon this coming Saturday. Gettysburg will never be the same again. They may never let us into Pennsylvania ever again. All right. Take care, everybody. I love you all. Good night.
This segment is brought to you by the Dolphin Boys